Welcome to our channel History of Coins, where we explore the hidden gems of numismatics. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of U.S. state quarter-dollar coins, as some of these coins are rare and can make you rich overnight. In this video, we are gonna uncover the rarest coins and their values. So make sure to watch the complete video and find out if you have one of these. Now let's continue our today's video. Top 1 today, we're diving deep into the story of a quarter. Yes, just 25 cents. But not just any coin. This is the 1999 Pennsylvania state quarter. And trust me, this tiny piece of metal has a story that could amaze even the most seasoned collectors. Let's rewind to the late 1990s. The U.S. Mint launched one of the most ambitious and celebrated coin programs in American history, the 50 State Quarters program. Kicking off in 1999, it brought brand new, state-themed designs into everyday hands, honoring each of the 50 states over a 10-year span. Pennsylvania was one of the first to debut, and its coin quickly caught the attention of collectors for its elegant design and, unbelievably, its potential value. On the reverse side, this quarter features the Commonwealth statue, a keystone symbol of Pennsylvania, and an outline of the state's shape. You'll also spot a beautiful ribbon with the year 1787, symbolizing when Pennsylvania ratified the Constitution. It's a design rich in history and full of symbolism, but it's not the artwork alone that makes this coin so fascinating. It's what went wrong during minting that makes it rare and incredibly desirable. Yes, we're talking about errors. In the world of numismatics, errors are pure gold, not literally, but in value. And the 1999 Pennsylvania quarter is known for having some spectacular mistakes that have collectors and dealers on the hunt. One of the most prominent errors found on this coin is the double die error, where the coin's design elements, like the word Pennsylvania or the motto E pluribus unum, appear to be slightly duplicated or doubled. This happens when the die shifts during the striking process, leaving behind a ghostly double image. It's subtle to the untrained eye, but unmistakable and highly prized once identified. Another fascinating error is the off-center strike. Imagine a coin where the entire image is shifted too far to the left or right, with part of the design even missing. That kind of mistake, especially if the date and key design elements are still visible, is a jackpot for collectors. Off-center strikes are unique. No two are the same. And when they appear on a coin from such an early state quarter issue, they become highly desirable. Let's not forget the clipped planchet error, where a portion of the coin appears to be missing, as if someone took a bite out of it. This is caused during the blank cutting process at the mint and is especially rare on the 1999 quarters. These coins, with their missing edges and perfectly imperfect shapes, stand out in any collection. But wait, there's more. Some Pennsylvania quarters have been found with what's known as a grease-filled die error. That's when grease or debris fills parts of the die, leading to coins where certain letters or images appear faint, missing, or oddly deformed. It's an eerie sight and often overlooked by people who think it's just wear and tear, when in reality, it could be hiding incredible value. What makes these errors even more exciting is the fact that they can occur in uncirculated, mint condition, and that's where the real money is. A flawless error coin, especially one from the early days of the state quarter program, can be worth exponentially more than its face value. Collectors are constantly scanning rolls, jars, and bank boxes for these treasures. They're looking for that one coin that could change everything. So why is the Pennsylvania quarter such a hit among collectors? First, its 1999 release puts it among the earliest coins in the state series, making it historically significant. Second, it has a beautiful, symbolic design that represents American history and values. And finally, its minting process led to a surprising number of collectible errors, meaning it walks the line between common and incredibly rare, depending on the details. And now, the part you've been waiting for. If you're lucky enough to find a 1999 Pennsylvania quarter with a prominent minting error, whether it's a double die, an off-center strike, a clipped planchet, or any other remarkable anomaly, and it's in exceptional condition, then get ready. Because this little 25-cent coin could be worth up to $78,000. Yes, you heard that correctly. 78,000 United States dollars. All packed into a coin that could easily slip through your fingers if you're not paying attention. The next time you get change at the grocery store or crack open a coin roll, Take a moment to really look at those quarters. One of them could carry the legacy of Pennsylvania, a rare minting error, and a small fortune in your very own hand. Top 2. If I told you that a modern coin, just a simple quarter minted in the year 2020, could be worth more than a brand new car or even more than some people's annual salary. Welcome to the fascinating world of the 2020 Salt River Bay Quarter, a coin that may look ordinary at first glance but hides secrets that can make it incredibly rare, valuable, and desirable for collectors across the country. And if you're a coin lover or even just someone with an eye for small treasures, you're going to want to hear this story all the way to the end. Now, let's talk about what makes this coin so interesting. The Salt River Bay Quarter is part of the America the Beautiful series, a follow-up to the legendary 50 State Quarters program. This particular coin honors the Salt River Bay National Historical Park and Ecological Preserve in the U.S. Virgin Islands, a place rich in both natural beauty and historical significance. The design on the reverse of the coin is absolutely striking. It features a red mangrove tree emerging from the water, its roots beautifully displayed in the shallows. It's a symbol of life, growth, and the thriving biodiversity of the Caribbean ecosystem. The artwork is powerful, serene, and unlike anything else in the entire series. But of course, beauty alone doesn't make a coin valuable. What really turns a regular quarter into a collector's dream is rarity, condition, and most importantly, minting errors. And believe it or not, the 2020 Salt River Bay Quarter has seen a number of error types that can turn its value from a simple 25 cents to something truly jaw-dropping. Let's break down the kinds of errors that make this coin so sought after. Point 1 of the most talked about errors is the struck-through grease error. This occurs when grease or debris gets stuck between the die and the coin planchet during striking. The result? Parts of the design come out weak or missing. On the Salt River Bay Quarter, this can cause the tree roots, branches, or lettering to appear faded, ghost-like, or incomplete, something that's very noticeable when you compare it to a normal version. Next up, we have die cracks and cuts. These are raised lines or lumps of metal caused by cracks in the die used to strike the coin. On this quarter, these imperfections have been seen branching across the tree design or even appearing near the edge. Because die cracks are unique to each broken die, every coin with this error becomes a one-of-a-kind piece, truly exciting for collectors who want something no one else has. Then there's the off-center strike. This is when the image on the coin isn't properly aligned, resulting in a partial blank space on one side and a distorted design. If the date and the mint mark are still visible on an off-center Salt River Bay Quarter, the value skyrockets due to its rarity and dramatic visual appeal. Another error that turns heads is the double die. This is when the coin appears to have a shadow or second impression of the letters or design. On the Salt River Bay Quarter, doubling on the words Salt River Bay or E pluribus unum has been reported. This kind of error is rare and instantly recognizable, making it a favorite among collectors. And let's not forget about clipped planchets, coins that were struck on metal blanks that weren't complete. These coins appear to have a bite taken out of them and are extremely collectible when the date and main features are still intact. Now here's what makes the Salt River Bay Quarter even more fascinating. Because it was minted in 2020, many of these coins went into circulation during the peak of the global pandemic, a time when fewer people were actively searching coin rolls, attending coin shows, or visiting banks. That means many error coins slipped through the cracks and into everyday use, increasing the chances that rare versions might still be hiding in drawers, jars, and pocket change around the country, maybe even in your own home. For collectors, this coin represents a modern mystery, a chance to discover value where others might overlook it. It's exciting, it's fresh, and it brings new energy to the world of numismatics. So now we get to the big question. What is the value of a rare 2020 Salt River Bay Quarter if it has one of these minting errors and is in pristine condition? Well, buckle up, because if you find one of these quarters with a prominent error, especially in uncirculated or near mint condition, it could fetch as much as $76,000. Yes, you heard that right. $76,000 for a 25-cent coin. Top 3, we're talking about a humble quarter, but not just any quarter. Today, we dive deep into the story of the 1999 New Jersey State Quarter, a coin that has captivated collectors and could be hiding in plain sight. Now, let's rewind a bit. The year was 1999, the very beginning of the legendary 50 State Quarters program launched by the U.S. Mint. It was a bold and brilliant idea: release a new quarter design for every U.S. state over the next 10 years. These coins weren't just currency. They were miniature works of art, tributes to each state's rich history. And New Jersey had the honor of being the third state featured in the series. The design of the 1999 New Jersey quarter is iconic. It pays tribute to Washington crossing the Delaware, a famous moment from the American Revolutionary War. On the coin, you see General George Washington leading his troops across the icy Delaware River, a powerful image of courage, leadership, and unity. The design was inspired by the famous 1851 painting by Emanuel Leutze, and it's the only coin in the series to depict an actual historical scene with multiple figures in motion. But aside from the beautiful design, what makes this coin so special to collectors? The answer lies in rarity, condition, and most of all, errors. Let's start with the condition. Coins that have been kept in pristine, uncirculated condition are always more valuable. If your 1999 New Jersey quarter is shining like the day it was minted, with no scratches, dullness, or signs of wear, it already stands out. But if your coin has a minting error, then you might be looking at something truly extraordinary. One of the most coveted types is the off-center strike. That's when the coin's design isn't properly aligned during the minting process, causing a portion of the image to appear off to the side, or in some cases, partially missing altogether. The more off-center it is, without losing the date, the more valuable the coin becomes. Then there's the double die error, an error caused when the coin is struck twice with a slightly misaligned die. This results in a doubled image, especially noticeable in the words New Jersey, e pluribus unum, or even the figures in the boat. It gives the design a shadow-like effect, and collectors go wild for it. Another rare and exciting error is the clipped planchet. This happens when the metal sheet used to punch out blank coins is misaligned, resulting in a quarter with a noticeable chunk missing from the edge. These clipped quarters are extremely collectible, especially when the design and date remain intact. Also watch for die cracks, raised lines or bumps on the surface of the coin caused by a cracked minting die. On the 1999 New Jersey quarter, these cracks can sometimes appear as jagged lines through the river or the boat, creating a unique variation that sets the coin apart. And let's not forget about struck-through errors. These occur when something, like a piece of cloth, string, or even grease, gets between the die and the coin blank during minting. The result? A strange, flattened, or missing area in the design that becomes an instant conversation starter among collectors. But beyond the errors and the beauty of the design, this coin holds a special place in numismatic history. As one of the very first in the state quarters series, the 1999 New Jersey quarter helped spark a nationwide coin collecting craze. Families, kids, grandparents, everyone was on the hunt, trying to complete their state collections. That cultural significance adds to the mystique and value of this coin, especially when it comes with unique flaws or untouched surfaces. Now for the part you've all been waiting for, the value. What if you came across one of these rare error coins in brilliant, uncirculated condition? What would it be worth? Hold on tight, because if you have the right version of the 1999 New Jersey state quarter, one with a dramatic error or in flawless mint condition, it could be valued at as much as $73,000. Yes, you heard that right. A small piece of metal that originally cost 25 cents could now be worth more than a luxury car or even a college education. So check your change. Dig through that coin jar. Look through your old collections. You never know. Hidden among the ordinary, you might just find a rare gem from 1999 that holds both history and incredible value. Top 4, we're taking a deep and fascinating dive into the United States of America quarter dollar from the year 2009 that proudly represents Guam. But this isn't just a history lesson. You'll want to stay with us until the end, because this coin might just be one of the most surprising and valuable pieces hiding in your pocket change. The 2009 Guam quarter is part of the U.S. Territories series, an extension of the popular 50-state quarters program. It was introduced to honor the 6 U.S. territories, including Puerto Rico, American Samoa, and of course, the beautiful island of Guam. With a design as rich in symbolism as the island is in culture, this quarter stands out in the world of numismatics. Now, take a moment and picture the coin. On its reverse side, you'll find a bold and simple design that instantly tells a story. The outline of Guam itself, the iconic flying prow, a traditional Chamorro canoe, and a latte stone. An architectural feature used by the ancient Chamorro people that represents strength and cultural identity. It's not just a design, It's a tribute to the resilience, history, and spirit of the people of Guam. But why would such a common coin ever be worth more than face value, let alone thousands of dollars? Let's get into what truly sets this coin apart. Its rarity and the errors that have collectors on the hunt. First up, let's talk about low mintage. Although millions of these quarters were produced, only a small portion of them were struck in higher quality or under special conditions, such as proof or satin finish. When combined with a significant error, even a coin from a high mintage year can become extremely rare and sought after. One of the most desirable error types for this Guam quarter is the double die. Imagine looking closely at the coin and seeing parts of the design, like the words Guam, e pluribus unum, or the outline of the island, slightly duplicated or shadowed. That's a double die, and it's one of the most valuable errors in coin collecting. Another collector favorite is the off-center strike. When the coin is struck out of alignment, part of the design appears shifted, and in extreme cases, some details are completely missing. An off-center strike, especially one that still shows the date and core design, adds a dramatic visual twist to the coin, making it extremely appealing to collectors. And don't overlook the struck-through errors. These occur when foreign material like grease, wire, or even fabric gets between the die and the planchet during minting. The result? A coin with strange impressions, missing details, or ghost-like images that make every error coin completely unique. Also, die cracks and cuts, raised lines, or bumps caused by a damaged die can appear across the coin's surface, sometimes slicing through the island outline or around the latte stone, forming unpredictable patterns that make each flawed coin one of a kind. But here's where things get even more exciting. A small batch of these 2009 Guam quarters were mistakenly struck on different metal planchets, such as those intended for pennies or foreign coins. These rare, mismatched metal errors are like hitting the jackpot for coin collectors due to their rarity and bizarre appearance. What's even more thrilling is that these types of coins often go unnoticed by the public. They're found in circulation, hidden among other change, just waiting to be discovered by a sharp-eyed collector or a lucky individual. And it's that possibility, that sense of buried treasure, that makes collecting these quarters so exciting. So now the big question: how much is one of these error-laden or mint-condition Guam quarters really worth? Brace yourself. Because if you're lucky enough to come across a rare 2009 Guam quarter featuring a major minting error or preserved in flawless condition, it could fetch as much as $70,000. Yes, you heard correctly. $70,000 for a quarter. So the next time you're about to toss a coin into a tip jar or you're sorting through your pocket change, stop and take a closer look. That ordinary quarter just might be an extraordinary piece of American and Pacific history. And if it happens to be one of these rare Guam treasures, you could be holding something that's not just collectible, it's life-changing. Top 5, and last, we're talking about one of the most iconic and understated coins in the United States quarter series, the 2007 Wyoming State Quarter. At first glance, it might seem simple, maybe even plain, but don't be fooled. This coin has a hidden story that has stunned collectors and could turn ordinary pocket change into a collector's jackpot. If you're a coin lover, numismatist, or just someone who enjoys a good treasure hunt, stay with us because this quarter might just surprise you. Now, let's set the scene. In 2007, the U.S. Mint released the Wyoming Quarter as part of the 50 State Quarters program. Each coin celebrated the culture and history of a specific state, and Wyoming's coin was no exception. The reverse of the quarter proudly displays a bucking horse and rider, an enduring symbol of Wyoming's cowboy spirit and the freedom of the American West. Beneath that striking image are the words, "The Equality State," a nod to Wyoming being the first U.S. territory to grant women the right to vote. It's a simple design, but it speaks volumes about heritage, freedom, and strength. But what makes the Wyoming Quarter more than just a tribute to the state? Why do some of these coins turn up at coin shows, auctions, and collector circles with price tags that could make your jaw drop? The secret lies in rarity and error variations. Those fascinating flaws that happen during the minting process that turn common coins into highly sought-after rarities. Let's start with missing details, which is one of the most frequent errors found in the 2007 Wyoming Quarter. Some of these coins were struck with grease-filled dies, a minting error where grease or debris blocks parts of the coin's design from being properly stamped. The result? A rider with no face, a horse missing legs, or inscriptions that appear faded or incomplete. These errors are dramatic, bizarre, and instantly captivating to collectors. Another coveted error found in this coin is the double die error. In this case, elements like the lettering or the horse's outline appear doubled. giving the design a ghost-like, shadowed effect. A true double die on a Wyoming quarter is extremely rare and valuable, especially when the doubling is prominent and visible without magnification. Then there are off-center strikes, where the design is misaligned, leaving parts of the coin blank or oddly shaped. If a Wyoming quarter is struck 5 to 15% off-center while still showing the full date and mint mark, that coin becomes not just an error, it becomes a prize. Some collectors have also uncovered die cracks and cuts on these coins. A cut is a raised, blob-like mark where a piece of the die is broken off. On the Wyoming quarter, these cracks or cuts might appear near the rim, through the horse and rider, or cutting across the word, Wyoming. Each of these quirks makes a coin more unique and more desirable. And here's a little-known fact. A handful of Wyoming quarters were struck on planchets intended for other coins, such as the Sacagawea dollar or foreign coins. These planchet errors are incredibly rare, and they immediately send a coin's value through the roof due to the extreme rarity of the mistake. Another thing that boosts the value of this coin is its condition. If you happen to find a Wyoming quarter in uncirculated, mint condition, especially one graded MS 67 or higher, it could command a premium, even without major errors. Combine pristine condition with a minting flaw, and now we're talking serious collector value. So, next time you're sifting through your change, don't overlook this quietly powerful coin. The design may be minimal, but the Wyoming quarter has proven that simplicity can still be striking and, in some cases, incredibly profitable. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. A rare 2007 Wyoming quarter featuring a major error or preserved in flawless condition can be worth as much as $67,000. Yes, you heard that right. $67,000 for a single quarter. So, treasure hunters and collectors, keep your eyes open and your change jars close. The next coin you overlook might just be the hidden gem that changes everything. If you enjoyed this story and want more rare coin discoveries, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you're always the first to know about the next unbelievable coin tale. Until then, keep searching, keep collecting, and remember, every coin has a story, and some stories are worth a fortune.